Hey, back at you with another one of these predatory incident reports. Here we are. It's early January. Today, January 13th, 2025. Talked in a previous video that under the hard letter, the black letter of the law, the RCW's, Department of Fish and Wildlife, is mandated by the legislature. It is written into the law that within 10 days of them being notified of a predatory wildlife incident, including the law only requires them to report grizzly bear conflict, gray wolf conflict, and cougar conflict. So today we're just going to be talking about cougar conflict, state of Washington, things in January so far. Now, the department has 10 days to update the list. Now, this is all on a public-facing website. So you go to the Department of Fish and Wildlife. It's public information. Anybody can go log on there and get that. So down below in the video description, I'm going to have the links for you. And the department on the predatory wildlife incidents reporting page puts in a very, very brief, it's pretty much boilerplate, whatever the nature of the incident is. If you want more information, I put a link down below, but then you just submit a public records request to the department, and then they'll give you, whatever it is you're requesting that they can give you, but you get more information about the incidents. So the purpose of me putting up these videos is just, get the information out there, because a lot of people have no idea that there is this much going on. People who live in these areas, they're well aware of, hey, we're seeing more cougars, we're having more problems with cougars, we're seeing more bears, we're having more problems with bears, but it doesn't make the mainstream news cycle. So my hope is, get this stuff out there, let people know what's going on, and then they'll get more information because they'll be interested and, take it from there. So let's get started here. So again, today's January 13th. They've got 10 days to put things into the system. And the first one that I'm going to read to you about, and these are they're very short, brief updates, but on January 2nd, 2025, there was a confirmed depredation with lethal removal of a cougar, and that was in Ferry County. And then the description, it's always going to be boilerplate, but quote, citizen reported their livestock was killed by a cougar. WDFW, Washington State Department of Fish and Wildlife, investigated and confirmed that the depredation was a cougar. And then the cougar was lethally removed. Okay, so that was January 2nd, and that was in Ferry County. Now here we are again on January 4th, 2025, confirmed depredation with lethal removal. And that was in Yakima County. And again, it's very boilerplate, but it goes on to say, citizen reported their livestock was killed by a cougar. WDFW investigated, confirmed that the depredation was a cougar, and the cougar was lethally removed. So if you get in there, you take a look at it, they've only updated the list as current as January 4th. Keep in mind, they have 10 days under the law to update the list. But between January 1st, January 4th, we've already got 2 confirmed cases of depredation with lethal removal. How that may go about, you really don't know until you put in a public records request. They send you the reports, then you can learn more about it. But that's not what this is about. This is just, how often is it happening? Well, hey, between January 1st and January 4th, because that's as current as it has been updated, there were 2 cases in Eastern Washington already. So, when people are saying, oh, hey, we kind of got to cut back on, no, we don't. The only real pressure bears and cougars feel is if there's hunters in the field. If there's hunters on the landscape being out there pursuing these animals. And the department retains absolute authority over dealing with conflict wildlife. And I've put in links about that stuff before, but in terms of conflict bear, conflict cougar, the only people in the state of Washington that are allowed to take care of that is the Department of Fish and Wildlife under the law. Some local jurisdiction police departments may or may not get involved in it, but in terms of, somebody having a problem and then calling their friend who's a hunter during a hunting season to come out, the department wants to be involved in conflict wildlife incidents. So if they know about it, they're going to be involved. And I just put that into the description down below so you can get some more information about it. But here we are, early January, and they're already having problems with conflict depredation with cougars and then having to lethally remove them. If you want more information, just check back. You'll see these more and more often. Now I've kind of got the hang of it, kind of got the groove for how to get these things up. Thanks so much for watching the video. And remember, Cougars, they are not furry forest friends. They're not pets. They're wild animals. Stay safe out there.